Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the entertainment news. Let's jump right into it. Tyler Perry's legal team denounces sexual assault lawsuit as a scam. Drama has been brewing as actor Derek Dixon, known for playing Dale on Tyler Perry's BET series The Oval, has filed a lawsuit on June 13 accusing the Hollywood mogul of sexual harassment and assault, and is asking for a jaw-dropping $260 million in damages. Tyler's legal team is pushing back hard, dismissing the suit as baseless and financially motivated. In a statement to TMZ, Perry's attorney Martin Boyd did not mince words. Quote, "This is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail," end quote. In Derek Dixon's lawsuit, he alleges that Tyler Perry threatened his regular role on the show and used his professional power for sexual leverage over several years. The lawsuit states, and I quote, "Using his influence, Mr. Perry provided vulnerable men with acting positions, roles, show contracts, cars, and money. Once the object of his desire was hooked, Tyler Perry would then put them in fear of losing it all unless they engaged in Mr. Perry's perverted desire for sexual gratification," end quote. Dixon claims that Perry recruited him in 2019 to act on Ruthless while Dixon was working at an events company in Atlanta, home of Tyler Perry Studios. According to the complaints, Tyler Perry frequently referenced sex in text messages. Some of the messages reportedly include, quote, "What is going to take you to have guiltless sex," end quote, "and I love how I feel right now, but I don't like being horny," end quote. The situation escalated in January 2020 when Dixon was invited to Perry's home. At the end of the night, Dixon agreed to stay in a guest room after being told he was too intoxicated to drive. Before he knew what was happening, Dixon felt someone else slip into bed behind him and start rubbing his body around his inner thigh in a highly sexual and suggestive manner, writes Jonathan Deschild, Dixon's lawyer, in the complaint. I quote, "Dixon turned around and saw that Tyler Perry was in his bed."
Following the alleged incident, Dixon mostly ignored Perry until the mogul offered him a role on The Oval. He claims he tolerated ongoing harassment, including questions about his sexual preferences, out of fear that his character, a gay homeless store clerk who was shot at the end of the season, would be cut from the show. On the second to last day of filming, Tyler Perry allegedly invited Dixon to his trailer for drinks. Once there, Dixon claims that Perry pinned him against the wall and groped him. He states he was unaware of a human resources department to report the incident. In June 2021, the lawsuit states that Perry began to vigorously grope, grab, and play with Dixon's buttocks in a sexual manner after they discussed a show that Dixon had pitched. Afterwards, Perry's representatives allegedly contacted Dixon, offering him a $6,000 per episode raise to return for another season of The Oval. He was also informed that Tyler Perry wanted to buy the rights to produce the pilot of his show, which ultimately was not sold to a network due to pre-existing contracts between Tyler Perry Studios and Paramount Global. Dixon later reported the alleged sexual harassment to regulatory agencies. He declined to return for The Oval, leading Perry to warn him that he would be in breach of contract if he informed other staff members about why he quit. Screenshots of explicit text messages allegedly exchanged between Dixon and Tyler Perry have been released by foreign media following the lawsuit. Tyler Perry's lawyer Matthew Boyd has called the entire suit a scam, saying, and I quote, "Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail," end of quote. For now, Tyler is yet to speak publicly, but all eyes are on how this shocking story unfolds. And as the case develops, both legal teams will likely prepare for a drawn-out legal battle, one with serious implications for one of Hollywood's most powerful figures.
And
Yet again.
we go again.
Yet again,
Another black
powerful man. Powerful, successful.
Okay, yeah.
Sad.
So we can have conversations as regards. There was Bill Cosby.
Yep.
There was R. Kelly.
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
Luckily escaped.
Didi.
Ha.
And now Tyler Perry. What I would just want to say is, I think proper investigation should be carried out.
Yep.
Because the messages that they put out very explicit. If truly that really happened, investigations should be done so that we get to the bottom of this, so that it's not be a situation of another targeted situation for another black creative. That's just what I would say about this situation.
So ever since this news broke, I have seen a lot of comments on social media, and it's just really, really sad because every time something like this happens, the next thing you hear is people are saying that every black man that is successful out there should be careful because it's becoming, or rather it's beginning to look like an agenda must agenda. But at the end of the day, OJ has said it all. Investigations need to be carried out. We need to find out what exactly is going on and if it's true or not. But on the flip side, 50 Cent actually came out to show his support.
Which is shocking, by the way.
Yeah, because
that ain't 50.
Like that ain't 50. Feels like they've been at loggerheads. Even when Tyler Perry's issue with Monique happened back in the day.
No, he went in.
50 Cent waded in,
yeah.
and he was like, okay, this, that. So we just expected him to maybe just, nobody even expected him to say anything. Expected him to be 50 as usual and just maybe keep quiet or just drop snippets here.
I think it's just a situation where it really adores Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Looking at what Tyler Perry is doing for black, and of course looking for a situation whereby Tyler Perry has one of the biggest movie studios.
Yes, he does, and you know
has a film village, and you know 50 Cent is now involved in movie making also. So you can imagine that collaboration with 50 and of course Tyler Perry. I don't think that's what the situation is, even though if it probably is famsing him and being on the side. But I just think it's just a case of another black man again.
Yeah,
let's just keep our fingers crossed.
Yes.
And see all of this will pan out. We don't know if it's true or if it's a lie. Investigation should be done properly to get to the bottom of this.